For the last 4 years, I've raised chickens on our small but yet still growing farm here on 26 acres of land in northwestern Connecticut. And eventually, we're gonna need something else. So in August 2020, we got some ducks, 3 of them. We were expected to get 4. However, I guess either one of them died in delivery and they got rid of it, which is very unlikely, or they just completely disregarded the other rowan duck we were supposed to get. So we never got our second rowan duck. And sadly, back in 2023, all 3 of them died in the span of 6.5 months. 2 of them in January, the other one in July. But since then, we haven't really gotten anything new. So I have some brand new news. This morning, I started talking about this, and we're gonna get some of these little poultry animals. Hopefully by the end of the summer, I'll make an update video regarding that, how many we're gonna get. So let's get into the basic information about what I currently know. First of all, if it wasn't obvious to my terrible blurring skills in the thumbnail, it's a peacock. Yes, we're getting some peacocks over here. We don't know exactly if they're gonna be peahens or peacocks yet, but my guess is probably a combination. We're gonna get 3 of them. And we missed the first chance, but we're gonna get another chance probably in about a month. So right before my next school year begins on August 30th, or I think it was sometime in August 30th or early September, something like that. I don't currently know. But like, when that happens, we'll probably have some baby peacocks here. Now, it is important to know, chickens live 6 to 12 years. Ducks live 7 to 14 years. Depending on the breed, you get Rowans, I'd expect them to live like 6 years. And the Cayugas, if we didn't have any issues with the coyotes and the foxes, then we'd probably get like 16 years out of them. However, these peacocks live a minimum of 15 years. And they can live up to 40 years. So, for a lot of this farm's existence, we're just gonna have a couple peacocks out in the back. Although, in the nature of this farm, it is obvious that there's going to be some issues of predation. But peacocks are a whole lot bigger than chickens. Chickens are very tiny, if you can tell. They weigh like, usually like anywhere from 4 to 8 pounds, but if you're my rooster falcon, then the chickens weigh 12 pounds. I still don't know how my rooster falcon weighs 12 pounds, and I even fact-checked that. And this measurement was literally from 2 months ago, so it's probably even increased at this point. But in all seriousness though, peacocks are way bigger than just chickens and even ducks. My rowan was at least 8 pounds. So we have some pretty big poultry here. And if you're wondering, how are we gonna execute this on the farm? Well, let me show you. Well, we're gonna need to build a coop. And it's not gonna be on a tractor like what we do with the current chicken coops. It's actually gonna be a stationary chicken coop to what I currently know. And we're gonna build it probably somewhere around here. You see where I'm walking? This is where I always tell my stories because it's convenient. And if I go into that field over there, then I'm gonna get swarmed by deer flies or whatever they are. And horse flies too. Each of them suck equally, but I personally hate horse flies way more, in my opinion. But in all seriousness though, they're probably gonna have a free range across the property. Obviously, we're gonna have to set up some boundaries around the neighbors' houses, but I'm not too worried about them attacking the chickens, since the peahens are generally a whole lot more friendly. And from what I've heard, the actual rooster version, the peacocks, are a whole lot less friendly and a whole lot more mean to the chickens. Which, I mean, a showdown of ego versus ego with Falcon wouldn't be a show I wouldn't watch, but at the same time, it would be kind of annoying to have that altercation happening in front of the rest of the hens when the rooster has way better issues to be dealing with, like dealing with hawks and foxes and stuff like that. Not some random peacock that just flew over the fence. And they also fly 7 feet in the air too, so that's cool. And always keep in mind, we could miss the next set and we could be waiting all winter long for these, but expect them very soon in the coming weeks. So I will see you in the next video. And by the way, if you want to see all the chicken breeds I've ever had in a review video just for you, I have it on screen right now, bro. I'll be seeing you there.